Hey, what is going on, Mario Kart boards? Welcome back to another matchup of Grand Star Cup. We're coming at you with Megavolt versus Ascension for the Division 3 Finals. My name is Exus, and I'm joined by my co-caster, Cynical.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for that beautiful introduction. Thank you, Zexus. It's a pleasure.
Always a pleasure casting with you, and we're coming back with you. Very intense matchup here today with Megavolt and Ascension. With both these teams ready to prove something here, looking for that title here, and we're gonna go and jump right into these rosters. So first up, we're coming at you with Megavolt's lineup. Right here, we got Fernandez, Yax, Jack, and 64 running it up. And your backwards bagger is going to be Jaggy going backwards once again for Megavolt. A very strong roster they've come bring today. I think this is their standard lineup that they've been running with most of the season. Fernandez, a very fast racer. Jack and 64, fantastic. Pretty much pack players that can also run it up as well. And Yax is just a jack of all trades, in my opinion. So I think he's going to do really well here. Jaggy also a very solid bagger, been doing it for a very long time, back in the Moonblast days, and here to continue his tear in the bagging battle here. And what's your thoughts about this lineup, Sin?
I mean, everyone in this lineup is pretty strong. I mean, from looking from the stats, everyone has 30 average, so this is a very strong team for Division 3. This team will probably like focus on more like the frontal presence, I would say. And probably Pringle and Jack. They've been more inclined on CTs, but they're very comfortable playing in GSC, and they've proven it here in Division 3. Yax will probably be like a IGL call. You know, he's the leader of this LU, and he'll probably guide their way to victory. So then for the prediction stream, they actually was predicted second. So they're very deserved. They've proven themselves to be a very strong team here in Division 3. But they've unfortunately like had strong regular seasons, however, choked finals and playoffs, losing to L last season. So I really hope that they can, get a win here, and it'll be exciting to see.
Perfect. So MB out here looking for vengeance, trying to get it done this season. As we look towards Ascension's lineup for what they've brought to the table here. Running up for Ascension, we got Edge, Josh, Stubbs, and Zilla. And running backwards, we got Kara for match 1. And we're going to see a little bit of a switch up in the baggers towards matches 2 and 3 with Sprixie coming in to. I don't remember who Sprixie is going to be replacing. I know Kara is going to be switching to running as we'll update you in a little bit further on that. But as for that, we have a really solid 4 here. A lot of experience coming here. Zilla's primarily was a CT player that made the jump to regs, has been doing great with that. Really fit into a really nice mid spot role where he's able to support his team pretty much from anywhere on the map. Stubbs has just been a really solid front runner, a very textbook type racer. A lot of CT experience on this roster too. Edge having quite a long history too. Originally played with UT Untouchables, had a great start there, and has made his way over to Ascension where he's improved so much over the years. And not too sure on Josh. I'm going to be interested to see how he's going to perform in this matchup. But let's see what you got on this one, Sin.
I mean, I kind of want to just say it's all Stubbs. I mean, it's just this team is pretty interesting because they have strong CT players, but it doesn't mean that they can't run in RTs. I mean, this team has been predicted fifth, and now they're in the finals. So, I mean, with my predictions, I kind of want AC to win this. I mean, they're the underdogs. You probably have a different opinion than me, but I kind of want to see underdogs. It's very interesting to have a team be on the bottom and no one really thinking that you can win a division, and then all of a sudden you prove people wrong. And Stubbs is a very strong runner, along with Josh, and probably Zilla and Edge will probably be having that mid pack play. So we're gonna probably see Stubbs running it up in first. That's what we assume to see. Kara, she's been, I think she started on CTs, but she's been making her way over to regs. And I think Sprixie is going to be replacing Kara match 2 and match 3. The only unfortunate part about Sprixie is that I don't think that she has a mic, which might be a detriment to AC, but we don't know. We'll see. I don't know if they can adapt to that, or if they have adapted to it. Maybe like use a TTS in Discord. That'd be pretty interesting to if they actually use that. But I think just MVPs. I kind of want to just go AC here in terms of Stubbs. I mean, he's a very strong player. You probably have a different opinion. What do you think about that?
Definitely think Stubbs is going to be a very strong player to watch on the side of Ascension, but looking back towards Megavolt, I think we're going to see Pringle Fernandez and maybe even Yax make his way up there too. I think Yax has always been a really creative and slippery player who likes to create his own momentum to get up to those top spots, pretty much with almost no detection for mostly, but I think I'm gonna give it to Fernandez here for the MVP, and we're gonna see if they can get it done. As MV's looking to try and close out this season and try and get themselves a banner to try and prove all the haters wrong from last season. And I think MV is gonna take this one 2-1. I think it's gonna go to 3 though. I think AC is gonna keep it real close, and I'm really excited to see how this match plays out.
I think that's a pretty solid prediction. I mean, let's go ahead and switch over to the last match encounter that they actually had. AC was predicted 5th at the start of the season. However, they did win against MV by only by 17 points though. Stubbs, maintaining that prediction as I saw with the 106. But Miri Meg and Lifeboat aren't in the LU. I think that we confirmed that Miri Meg was not on the roster, I believe.
Yeah, I did get confirmed. Mirror Meg is off the roster. Lifeboat is just not in. Wasn't in like is part of the roster, but I don't believe will be playing in this best of 3. So he's going to be riding the bench. And as for that, I think what they've been running is pretty solid. I think Lifeboat is good at what he does, but he's also interchangeable. I think 64 is a really nice slide in for Lifeboat, and I think either way, I don't think they're going to be missing out on much. I think both players are very capable of doing what they need to and being able to bring home the victory.
Right, with Miri Meg and Lifeboat not being in the LU, I think the MV has made a lot of changes from that previous match that they had. So we're going to see what happens. The room is just getting started, so it's going to be pretty exciting on how MV has changed their LU a little bit. Yeah, I think we can go straight into the match. This is probably, hopefully, my prediction AC. It'll be pretty much a beautiful Cinderella story. Just the underdogs. That's kind of what I want to see. But I could definitely see MV winning the 2-1 as you predicted, just because all of the players in that LU are very strong, very strong, very strong players.
Definitely, and let's see if MV can do it. Let's MV Ascension. Let's see who takes it right here. First tracks are getting locked in. We're seeing Maple Tree Way, uh, and also N64 Sherbetland. So a very nice neutral track on the side of Sherbetland, where starting at the back, you get shrooms. You're gonna benefit a lot from that off road, as well as Maple Tree Way is getting selected on the first race. So we're going to be seeing a bunch of people being hopping and cut towards that first lap to try and get some power items in top spots.
I just want to make a little bit of a prediction, but maybe like MV can probably win this race. I mean, Maple Tree Way is probably like a mixed spots, but if you can get there fast enough, have the bagger get the shock, you're pretty much chilling if you can maintain those top spots.
Definitely, and especially on a track like with the cannon too, is being such a big plus for if you don't have a dodge on a track like this, where getting into the can, playing out shocks, as long as you play it perfectly and have the right spots, it can be pretty hard to predict for the other team if you're lined up perfectly.
Right. I mean, Zilla starting up at first right now, followed by Jack. I believe they're kind of mixed spots at the moment. Stubbs on the other screen trying to troll Jax off the bridge. But yeah, it's a matter of who gets shock on this track. I mean, Jaggy is very experienced in bagging, so hopefully my prediction's correct with MV winning this first race and at least getting their momentum straight. You know what I mean?
Definitely. No disregard to Kara though. She is able to being able to contest Jaggy for that shock. So we're gonna see if she can really give him a run for his money. As Zilla right now is still chilling first. Jack does opt to throw the red, but isn't gonna find any connection. But there's gonna be a deadly pow coming, and that's gonna force Jack to have to completely halt to a break, and that's gonna give Zilla a little bit more room to breathe. That's also gonna move Stubbs in the second. So AC is gonna be moving in the top 2 at that.
That was kind of an unfortunate Caterpillar right there. It was like the worst time to ever have that, plus that POW as well. Blue coming out though, going to take out Zilla out of first, and Stubbs, as I said, maintaining that frontal presence. That's what AC need if they're going to try and win this match, and he's got to do it all 12 races for this first match.
Definitely not too bad though, having Zilla being able to keep giving him some backup, having those reinforcements in top 2. So even if one goes down, you still have the other. Is definitely a big plus. Obviously going into lap 3, so. We're gonna be seeing a shot coming in at some point here, assuming, and obviously maybe even another blue at that. But we'll see what happens here. As Subs right now just chilling quietly in first place, not worrying too much, has plenty of protection as well. So he's gonna lay some traps. Is unfortunately gonna nag Josh though, but Josh having shroom, so is gonna be able to shroom up. AC right now chilling top 2 as we're coming into this last stretch right here, and nothing too much else happening. This might just be a clean top 2 for Ascension.
I mean, they kind of just did, you know, I wasn't right on this first match. Just looking at the other screen, I think they were just spamming stars, spamming goldens. So it didn't look like MV had that shock that race. So it does turn out to be shockless though. So AC does get top 2. Just got to figure out what the other spots were. Just trying to build momentum this first match. You know what I mean?
Definitely, and it's also, if you're AC right now, it's definitely good to start off on a race like that. You know, getting a top 2 early, being able to get that forward momentum going into the second race. They can really do some damage here going with this next track pick if they play it correctly. But top 2-4. So for AC, if they want, they can look at a Toad's Factory coming here next race and see if they can't continue with what they're trying to do here.
This is exactly what I said first for AC, not for the match, but Stubbs and Josh maintaining that top 2. But Zilla wanting to get at least that mid-pack play and getting a random spot up in the front. So yeah, we just got to see what happens on the next race for race 2. These are pretty good spots. I don't know what you would go for this next track.
If I'm AC, I'm probably already looking at Toad's Factory here with top 2-4. Definitely not a bad track to look at. MV looking at Peach Gardens, going for a full reset track, and there's the Toad's Factory they're looking at right now. They see the opportunity, they have the spots for it, so why not go for it?
Right, exactly. I mean, Toad's Factory is a very good track, as we all know. Very front-running track, and Stubbs and Josh are definitely capable of having it. And as I said, it does get picked. So Toad's Factory coming out for AC, hopefully to maintain these spots and not get screwed over by the shock. So AC really needs shock to just maintain those spots. I think they're very strong. Stubbs is also very strong. So we just got to maintain it and not get kicked first.
Definitely, and that's the name of the game here. Towards bagging battles, nothing too crazy as this is a sitting track, so both baggers are just going to be taking turns hitting that first set box right there. Subs already early, keeping this first, no problems whatsoever. Bomb coming up, but it doesn't look like it's going to find anybody, but does lose the top 2 right away, as it's looking like a 2-3 already right now for MV. Yak's following second. Although Stubbs is going to find him with the back 3, and so that's going to give him a little bit of room to work with. Goes for the Shrimless and is going to make it, no problem at all, and is going to be able to keep this first for now.
Right, exactly. I mean, look at Stubbs. He's just maintaining first. That's what all he's got to do. This is the exact thing that, this is the game plan. This is what AC is thought to do. And Josh following behind. I think they're top 3 at the moment because Josh had triple nanners, so took out Jack, who is currently in 4th in a Mega. And I believe, at the moment, I don't think that MV have shock, just trying to get up in the front, but I believe the AC are top 2 at the moment.
Yeah, definitely AC top 2. I think I saw Zilla not too far back either. As Stubbs once again, I know Shrimless made, so just chilling, looking like Kara might have the shock right there. Looked like Jaggy was chasing her down. So Blue Shell coming out though is gonna hit Stubbs, but is gonna lose too much as his team is around him. So looking like AC is gonna move into a 2-3-4 spot right now.
Are they not top four?
Oh, are they not top four?
Yeah, is that
Can't tell.
not Edge in the front? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Edge in
Oh
first.
yeah, okay, yeah, we
One,
got
yeah.
top four right now for AC, and Stubbs getting a mega in fourth too, so is able to predict if there's a last set type chain, which might shake up those last spots, but is gonna at least help Stubbs secure. But is gonna look for a Jack right here, trying to keep him at bay. Is gonna shroom up. Is gonna be able to
Ooh.
get him though. It is gonna be able to secure this top four for Ascension.
Wow, completely like what a dominant race by AC. I mean, going into lap two, they were top four, and Stubbs, his mind is run, run, run. But in that certain situation, it's it's the smartest thing to go wide in a mega. I mean, top three, you want to make sure that all your other teammates are getting those top spots. That was just, oh my god, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful from AC.
Definitely, and it wasn't even the greens around Stubbs that got him. It was actually the back red from Edge that got him. So very good play by Edge right on the line, backing that red. Is gonna find Jack, and that's gonna secure the top four for Ascension.
Wow, what a race! I mean, so dominant. We were thinking that they were 2-3-4, but I kind of saw Edge there in the front. So yeah, the beautiful race from AC. It's maintaining their momentum. They want this more than MV apparently, but
Yeah,
we got a lot more Mario Kart to go through.
definitely. But unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna be seeing a reset, as it did look like Fernandez did DC on that race. So seeing him finish
Oh,
10th on results makes gives me the idea that he did DC, and we are going to be going into a the first reset.
oh dang! I for my predictions, I would have assumed that Fernandez and Yax were probably going to be those top players, the players that run. Just from him DCing, I feel like AC were kind of just gifted a gift to get an easy top four. So I think that's probably what happened. Probably DC to the mid pack, something like that, or probably before the race. But yeah, I mean AC, it's in their hands after race two. MV's got to pull something out of their pocket just to take the race one. Or what do you think? We just it's not too early. I mean, match one, you're down like 40-ish. I mean, something's got to change, and I don't know what it should be, but they got to do it fast.
They got to do it fast. I think they need to look for that reset track right away. Like continue on with the gardens, or maybe even force a Mario Circuit 3 or something like that to really just try and shake up those spots quickly, because the last thing you want is them getting top four on a real like strong front running track, because if they get the right items on that first set, I mean, it's going to be hard to really do anything about that, especially if they go like a Bowser's Castle Wii, when they have Zilla that Daisy, that if he's consistent with it, that cut's going to be dangerous to let him do for free.
I mean, for this reset, I mean, looking at MV's point of view, it's probably like a reset momentum, Like Yax is probably, talking with the players, thinking what we're gonna do for these next races. And I'm thinking about the plan, what should we change? I think he's probably the IGL for MV. So he's probably right now he's probably talking to them and be like, yo, like it's not over. We've had a few races where it didn't kind of go our way, and what can we do? What's going on? So this is probably like a reset momentum for them.
Yeah, you go two races deep. You're down early, but it's nothing to scoff at. It's sure it's looking it's a rough start, but you still got 10 races to go. You're not gonna be worried too much. The war is nowhere near over, so you got plenty of time to make that up. But the last thing you want is to be losing by more and more on top of that, just to be adding to that point deficit. And
Right. I mean, for the next couple races, the predictions are ending in a minute 30. So if you want to throw in your last minute predictions for this first match, you go ahead and do so. I believe that the chat is predicting that AC will win from 56 by 44%.
definitely. And honestly, I'm not even surprised, because AC is one of those teams that you really just can't count out. They always got something, pretty much something in their pocket, something to prove. And honestly, we're seeing it full on display, especially in these first two races, where right off the gate, coming with a top 2-4 on Maple Treeway, followed by a top four on Toad's Factory. That's definitely the start you want if you're saying, well, if you're just anybody, because who wouldn't want a top four right off the gate? So Ascension's
Right.
doing it well.
Right, exactly. I mean, top four is, I mean, it's the max that you can get, and AC are pretty comfortable. So they just got to maintain what they have right now and not really change anything. Maybe just keep on chugging. And yeah, I actually got a call, Zexus. So mind giving me like a couple minutes until the room starts? Maybe you can do a timer or something like that. Maybe like 3 minutes. Um, I got to take this call real quick.
Yeah, sounds good. So we're gonna quickly go to break, and we'll be back in just a moment. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a moment. Alrighty, we are back. 10 players in the room. Room is starting up once again. So we are ready to kick back into the action. With if you did miss the first two races, Ascension did follow up with a top 2-4 race on race 1 on Maple Treeway, and then followed that up with a top 4-9 race on Toad's Factory. So Ascension, an early 42-point lead going into race 3 right now. We got Peach Gardens getting locked in on one side, Bowser's Castle locked in on the other. And we're going to see here if MV can try and swing the pendulum here, try and put this back into their favor as they try to play catch up on Ascension. And with that,
Yeah,
it's
I
looking
mean,
like BCWii is going to get selected here.
I love BCWii. It's a very front-running track, and I hope that Yax kind of just talked with his team. And I mean, I guess he's the IGL, so I really hope that he talked with his team and figured out what was going on back in the mid spots. Kind of have a little conversation, kind of a little refresh. You know, we're still in this. There's a lot more Mario Kart to go, so it's definitely possible for MB to come back with huge point swings.
Definitely a quick side swipe from Stubbs, though, going to put Jack all the way into the wall, but Jack going to waste no time here spamming his gold and try to get himself up there. This is not the track where you want to let AC front run this one for free, especially having Zilla with that Daisy. If having that cut right there can be very deadly here if he's making that consistently. As looks like he's going for it right now, and Jack right now sitting fourth, triple shrooms in his disposal, so is looking pretty good. Is going to dodge that back spam and looks to shroom up right now, trying to tighten that gap between him and Edge. Edge still staying in fourth, and AC still occupying a lot of the top spots
Could
here.
be
Jack with
deadly.
this bomb is going to try and maybe go for a sniper. There was a blue coming out as well, and let's see if Jack can do anything with his bomb here. Bomb is going to get lobbed
Flip
up,
him.
going to look for Josh. Is going to see. Does look like is not going to find anybody though, and AC is still going to be repping top three right now. Jack sitting in fourth, trailing. No items. Is going to have to be a little bit careful from Edge, though. But Edge is going to find the back on Jack, and that's going to send him back a little bit.
Yeah. I don't think that MV wanted that, especially with Jack. I mean, he has triple greens. The thing that you could do is go wide and not get hit. Unfortunately, loses a lot of time. Stubbs kind of just blocking the glitch with triple reds. What a smart play from him. Gets a golden after that. Jack and a mega as well. Don't think that either team is going to be using shock here, it seems. And yeah, I mean, Jack's in front with triple reds, trying to get AC out of their top three. Yeah, out of their top three. Currently, they're top 35. So that's what they need to do. They need to maintain all these top spots.
Definitely. And especially just, I wanted a quick little note here that it looks like Fernandez did get subbed out and Shura came in. So Shura going to be
Oh.
subbing out Fernandez. Unfortunately, going to be a big loss for MB.
I mean, Stubbs right here with a bomb could be deadly if MV are right behind him, kind of just extending
Oh,
late,
but
but
Yax
gets
is
bombed
going to double him
himself.
up. Yax is going to
Um,
completely double up on Stubbs and completely Uno reverse him right there. Bomb going in the face of Stubbs and looking at Jack. Jack right now sitting in third right now. Looking like AC might be occupying those top two
top
spots. At least
two.
Josh is sitting for, yep, Josh and Zilla top two right now. So Josh not going to be able to do too much about it or have anything to really say. And that looks like top two is going to get locked in for AC. And Shaw coming in the last second, but MB is going to secure most of those mid spots, 3 to 5 at least. And AC is going to walk out the BCWii with another winning race. So
I mean, it's definitely a winning race, but it's not a huge winning race. MV kind of just getting the 3-4-5, kind of just maintaining, just hanging in there a little bit. But MV is kind of wanting to look for huge races just to come back. But AC's got a good race, top two. Nothing wrong with that. And it's a solid spots for them. Yeah,
definitely,
top 2, 5, 7 for
yeah, it's
AC.
top 2, 5, 7 for AC. AC is really just, yeah, I know we're talking about Mario Kart here, but they're really keeping their foot on the gas, and they're really just letting MB completely have it, and they're as you are, they're just completely running away with this one, and MB is just running out of answers on how to respond, especially only 3 races in. It's they got to act fast at this point because this is quickly going to get out of hand.
I mean, if you ask me, I don't if Pringle was getting out of LU, I wouldn't even know how to respond. I mean, I don't know how that is going to change MV's, long-term plans on how to win this thing. Just don't see that frontal presence anymore with Pringle. But they do have 3 others. But I didn't research sure that much. I'm going to be honest with you. But DDR and Peach Gardens come out very bipolar tracks. DDR does get selected though. This is actually a pretty good track. I really hope they remake this in MK Deluxe, but very good track. And they can definitely mix some of the spots on this one.
Definitely, but also keep in mind this is a best of three, so even if MB drops this one, they will still have another shot to bring it back, match two.
Right, exactly. I mean, with Division 2 and IF and EXO, I'm pretty sure they went one big, huge race for IF, one for EXO, and then the other for IF. So doesn't always have to be close. And thank you for correcting me there. But early top 3 for AC.
Yeah, definitely. Josh finding a 2-for-1 deal on that fib, taking out 2 of MB right there, is going to find so much value just with that one fib. And that's going to bring AC into a top 2-4, maybe even a top 3 currently, with Stubbs holding triple shrooms in third. So he's going to be able to do this ultra shortcut coming up as well.
Right, a couple seconds ago, I mean, he hit the sand, but in Stubbs' mind, I don't think it was worth it to burn the shroom. I think it's a long-term play for him to take the ultra here. Does it pretty cleanly. Does the very fast strat, just hitting the sand a little bit on the exit. And Zilla getting blued. MV getting first. Probably a little bit of a mixer right here. Sure, actually in first.
Yeah.
So
Sure, with a nice shroom up, is going to find first place and is going to be able to hold it for his team for now. Stubbs a little bit failing on the wall glitch right there, so is going to take a tumble into the wall. And 64 is going to find its way up too, so MV right now is sitting in top 2.
right, very rare top 2. I mean, this is the first, kind of first, second maintaining top 2 race that we've seen from MV. Stubbs getting not redded. I was gonna say getting redded, but he's not. Pulls a red himself after. MV kind of just need to maintain his spots, but Zilla dodging in a Mega, and I believe that another AC member dodging a Star as well.
Yeah, so AC Shock coming out and is going to try and put a dent right into that top 2. Red also coming up for Stubbs. Is going to look for Jack here to see if he can find a connection. And it does look like he is going to connect, so that's going to bring him up. But Yax has something to say about Yax streaming up too. But unfortunately, is going to go another fumble on the wall glitch right there for Stubbs, so that's going to bring him to the 7th. Is going to try and look for shrooms on this last set to maybe try and pass up Yax just at the end here. But Star coming out. Let's going to see if it's just enough for him. Looks like it will be, as Yax isn't going to find any shrooms of his own and is going to be able to outduke him out of the line. But Jack also shrooming up, is looking for some spots, but unfortunately isn't going to find anything, as MV are going to have to take a bottom 2 right there.
Right, exactly. I mean, MV were so comfortable on top 2 there, except the shock. Nice job on Kara. She pulled the shock for 2 of AC members to dodge. AC getting 1-3-5-6. Very dominant race for AC, and that's, I believe, a 10 to 15 point swing for that race, I believe.
Definitely, and another big. Oh, actually, 1-3-5-6. So still winning. Still winning for AC, so AC is keeping the train going, as this train is apparently not stopping anytime soon. So,
I mean, up 64. I mean, that analogy was very, very correct. I mean, Zilla actually MVPing this one, not Stubbs, which it's not surprising. But Zilla's very strong in terms of his running power. But yeah, AC not letting go of the gas pedal here, and it's MV's got to find something out of their pocket. I mean, just looking at this, do you go to, there's a point in match 1 where you just, you kind of just give up and just wait for match 2 and recollect your thoughts and see what's going on in races, and hoping to fix that.
definitely, and it's really hard to say, 5 races in, you're down 64 when,
64.
it's already looking bleak, and we're not even at the midway point right now. So at what point do you just try and, mental reset? And I feel like they're almost already, if they're not there already, they're getting there pretty darn soon, to where they're going to be thinking about match 2 and what they need to change going into it. Move You Highway getting locked in though, as AC tries to continue their tear going into this, trying to see if they can't extend the lead by even more.
Right,
As Subs
exactly.
for an
I mean,
early.
MV doesn't want to, MV doesn't want to be down by 64 points. I mean, 64 probably wants to change that because I don't think he wants to be down by the same, his own name. Kind of coincidental there, but Edge and Stubbs maintaining top 2. That's what they kind of do on this track. I mean, Moonview is very front running, as we all know, and just maintaining the spots, and hopefully Kara can pull shots so they can actually maintain him, because I think Zilla's right behind it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, definitely. And they're doing what pretty much they've been doing all war right now is they're really keeping up these top spots. They look very comfortable in these top spots with minus what we
I
just saw,
I think
but
that's Edge hitting a bomb car in first. I don't
well,
know. I don't
well,
know about that one.
all right, that's just the caster's curse. I'm very sorry, but Subs chilling
Oh
first, and
no.
is not gonna get hit by the milk truck. So there you go. That's some
Right.
improvement as Subs chilling in first, but is gonna get
What's he
blued
doing?
coming here. Is gonna stop right here at this boost panel just to try and regain his boost almost immediately here, and is gonna be fighting out first. Zilla comes up as well, so top
Ooh, this
two,
is a
but
very bad angle.
unfortunate pow for Stubbs as he's gonna get powed, get redded, and right under the milk truck. So that's gonna find him all the way back in 5th place right now, hitting a box, getting a mega. So if Car does have shock here, this could be pretty big for Stubbs.
It's gonna be another DDR like them in top two, and probably getting a little bit of flashbacks on what happened last race. But Jack having triple reds, trying to get Josh out of the spots. MV right now top two, wanting to hopefully maintain and at least get a little bit of hope. Stubbs also dodging in a mega on the other screen, probably just getting fourth though. So I don't think I think MV did get top two at the end.
Yeah, definitely, and that's definitely at least a starting to where like they're taking the small wins and thinking about what they're gonna go for next. As a lot of these staple tracks going from top two already been picked. Like BCWE also good for your top three. Toad's Factory is good for your top two four. So a lot of good tracks are already taken off of their charts. So we're gonna see what they're gonna aim towards for getting their first. Actually, not even their first winning
Oh,
race. Zilla gets first for a 145 for Ascension.
where in the world did he come from? I did not see that on the screen. I thought MV got top two, but I guess not. Zilla coming in, getting a sneaky little first.
Yeah, maybe it's not Yax that's the sneaky one. Maybe it's Zilla. Zilla's just plotting his victory right now and doing it real well on Moonview Highway as he's gonna steal that race away for AC.
The indivs. I mean, currently he's 58. We didn't expect him to score high. Would assume that Stubbs doing, but if, to be fair, everyone's scoring 45. Sorry, 40s and 50s for AC. So yeah, it's not like a huge person dominating, but Zilla is still a little bit in the lead. But yeah, I did not see him on the screen at all.
Yeah, I know. He just kind of. I thought he kind of disappeared along with Edge with that bomb car, but I guess he found his way into first and maybe even evaded it all when he was. When I saw him right beside Stubbs.
Right, AC has not had a losing race yet.
No,
I mean,
Ace
it's very dominant.
AC is pretty much at this point just taking no prisoners here, where they're all out, guns out basically, and they're looking real good. They're driving confidently. They're playing confidently and they're playing well together. And I think that's really what's making the difference here. Is AC is just it almost feels like they're on another level right now.
Right. I mean, I don't know what's going on in communications, but AC's definitely had a very strong performance out here. I mean, props to them. Kudos to them. I mean, being predicted fifth, no one really thinking that you'll win divisions, and you let the Mario Kart Wii doing the talking. So Jack getting into first, not the thing you want to do on this track. This is a very mixer track. Anything can really happen. No front runners. So could you even front run this track? I don't even know.
It is possible, and I don't hate the idea of at least having some kind of front runner presence up there for MV. As it's always you never want to let them just kind of run it for free with the idea that you don't even get shocked. So at least having someone in first keeps someone at the front. So at least you're always having someone contest these top spots.
Right. I mean, the Jack that just backed that green is going to hit Stubbs right there. Kind of just breaking top two, kind of from the rest of the pack, it seems.
Yeah, and a very nice power dodge from Jack too, being able to make the dock, and it's gonna mess up everyone else that tries to go for it. But looks like we did just see Zilla right there take cut, so that's gonna move him into third. So AC not too far behind Jack, but Jack also manages to snag second, so that's gonna move MV to top three right now.
Right. I mean, looking at Stubbs, he does have a bomb in five, and kind of want to just throw this away while Jack's kind of just maintaining first at the moment. Um, hoping someone has shock. That if someone has shock, someone's gonna mix the spots real easily.
Oh, but Jack hits
Unfortunately,
a
hitting a
green.
green. Oh
Ooh.
no.
That's tough, and that's gonna player him right with Shura. So if there's a shock, that's gonna be dangerous. More greens, but is able to evade these ones. But there's gonna be a Shura right in front of the cut for Jack to be able to just take cleanly, and is gonna be able to take the cut for him, as MV
R-
still continuing top
Right.
two at
Shock coming
least. But
late. Shock coming late. I think Josh dodged that shock. Don't know if he got first on the screen, but I'm pretty sure kind of just. I think that's second and third. I couldn't see. I couldn't see who got third there.
I mean, at
But
least
probably a mixer race.
yeah, looking like at least a 2-3-2-4 for AC. So doing very nice damage control considering MV had top three going into the start of lap one, and
Well, the bot kind of just disagrees with me. I think MV got 134 on that race, so a little bit of hope for them, as you say.
yeah, definitely. And even if they're not winning the war, at least they're still getting winning races, and that on its own is enough of a pick me up to really go into match two, saying like, we took races off these guys, we can take more of them going into match two. Let's make these ones count though, and take send this to a match three if AC are gonna be able to close this one out, or MV is gonna be able to have a quick comeback.
I mean, they kind of just, kind of put. At least they had their first winning race. Could definitely, as you say in soccer, like if you can score as many goals in one half, you can definitely do it in the other half. Is just the amount of time. And right now is the halfway point, so they could definitely come back and score as many points as they can for AC. Sorry, MV. My fault. They could definitely score. They could definitely turn this thing around. So they do have time. They just got to do it fast. They got to get winning races, and that's what they need. Or is there a point where you just kind of give up and let's go for match two and see if you can turn this thing around with a 2-1 victory?
Don't think they're at that point yet, to be honest. I think
No.
they're down by about 50-ish. MC3 is getting picked, so there's another reset track coming on the board. But this is as just as good for MB as it is for AC. Maybe a little bit more in AC because they are starting back. But you're gonna see a whole bunch of people drop in this first set, most likely. So I
It's
definitely think
interesting.
that if you're MB, this is where you want to be. You're in a good spot, and this is a good track to really start that tandem on.
Right. It's interesting whenever I talk about Mario Kart tracks with casuals and they look at, what's, getting bombed back at the here at the back. But just talking about with casuals, getting into the competitive scene, which tracks are luck based and which are running. And this is definitely one of the more chaotic luck tracks, kind of just mixer spots. Anything can happen on this track. You got a lot of sand, and definitely the bottom spots getting mushrooms, kind of just going up in the pack. Stubbs right now, this is what he's thinking. He's trying to get those shrooms. Hopefully get like a dodge, probably a mega maybe, but doesn't look so likely. But shrooms are kind of just the big brain play here. Don't know who is in the front, but there is going to be a blue, so whoever's in first is probably going to get their race halted.
Definitely, we're gonna find that who's in first real shortly as this blue slowly approaches, but doesn't look like it took anyone. Looked like the first place
Yeah.
actually dodged it. It looks like it was actually Jack going in the first. TC getting passed
What
off to
luck.
Stubbs, but Stubbs gonna pass it off himself and gonna stream away off into the distance. So that's gonna bring him just behind Jack right now, as Jack is sitting in first, heading into this last section, lap three. AC 2-3 right now, right behind him. Might look for a back right here. Is gonna back it, but isn't gonna find anyone. Edge getting TC just behind Jack, and Jack right now still sitting in first, but looks like Josh isn't done quite yet, as might see a last second shot coming in, but doesn't look like it. AC right now sitting at
He's
least
going to get red
second.
on the line. And I think it might have been a mixer. Let me go ahead and check the bot real quick. I think, yeah, let's go ahead and check the bot real quick. I could not see what position, but I'm pretty sure AC got red on the line. That mean, yeah, no, okay. So I think that Josh got red on the line right before it. So MV does get their top two. A little bit, getting some hopeful races here. Not the big races that they needed, but definitely something for them to come back.
Definitely right now. And this is kind of like the races that you're looking for, where you don't want these plus ones, plus threes. You're looking for a little bit more. And right now they're chipping away at this lead. And right now they're at this point looking for just one big race to really bring it all close, to really try and bring that comeback to a reality here, to where they get a big race, it's within 15 or something like that, or even 20, and then another decent race, and next thing you know, it's tied. And I think that's what MV's really gotten for right now.
Right. I mean, you said this is not a time to give up, and as soon as I said, is the time to give up? I mean, they were down only 64, pretty sure. Now they chipped it away 20 points. So anything can happen, really. I mean, MV, the pocket, the thing that I said that you need to pull something out of the pocket might be coming out. And I mean, looking at AC, what do? You kind of just maintain your spots. Hopefully that you don't get lazy with your driving, because the minus 47 with a couple races left to go. It's not the end of the world. It's definitely possible.
If you're AC, you just gotta kind of stick to your guns. You gotta keep playing the game, the same game that you've been playing all war, and they just gotta look for that one winning race and try and feed off that, and really just try and nullify all the damage that they brought to you. And MV's looking to continue that right here, but AC is looking for a response at this point.
Right. I mean, Stubbs shrooming in really early, and AC, Stubbs, strong player, kind of want to get up in the front, and very mobile. I mean, like dodging those bananas. So I think AC right now are top two at the moment, following Jack. And I'm pretty sure this part right here is pretty deadly if they could just throw stuff back. But Jack gets a pretty lucky draft. Stubbs getting screwed over by the wall. I'm pretty sure someone fell off there too as
Yeah,
well.
that's gonna be Josh taking the dive off. Looked like Stubbs might have pushed him right there, but that's gonna send AC all the way back, and MB's gonna be able to capitalize this as they're running most of these top spots right now. Out coming in, but is it gonna affect Jack too much? He's gonna be able to hold his lines, so he's gonna be able to carry on in first, not having to worry about too much right now, at least. But
Right. I mean, look at his lead. We didn't see it on the other screen, but Sure was doing a little bit of mid-pack play, trying to get Stubbs, stop megging him, trying to halt his running powers, and definitely has, because right now he's in seventh, and Jack's maintaining this first at the moment. But as I say that, Kazer's curse, Stubbs does have a blue, so Jack will unfortunately be halted at the moment, and hopefully not getting powed over on the wall. Dodging these reds, I believe the blue does coming soon, but I think he does have a little bit of lead where he can at least get second as soon as he empties. Yeah,
yeah,
but
and it's gonna
Jack,
be Yak's passing him up too. So I mean, his teammate is passing him, so I think he's okay with that trade-off there. Edge is following suit in third, and looks like he has a partner behind him too. So
maybe
MB only
yes.
sitting in top two alone.
No TS, no TS. Okay, so AC does not have shock. MV currently right now top two, following 3-4-5, I believe, from AC. And I don't think that they have any dodges, so I think this is probably going to be top two for MV unless something changes here. Shock coming in. Don't think anyone dodged there, so I think they're gonna maintain that top two as I said. And I think they're probably gonna follow suit 3-4, I believe, with MV getting fifth, I think, in the mix.
Yeah, looked like that was 64 coming up in fifth, so top 2-5 looking like on the side for MV. And once that comes, push comes to shove, they're still trucking through this, and they're really going to be able to cut down that lead even more, and still continue to do that going into the last third of this war.
All right, so the bot does agree. It doesn't agree with me on the top two five, but sure, only getting six. So AC does get 3-4-5, kind of like a mixer spot. I don't think that's winning by too much. I think it's like 3 or 5, right?
It's a little bit more than that.
Right,
I think you're closer to the high single digits, like closer to like 7,
9.
9, 8, something like that. So.
Right. I mean, they're trying to attempt to chip this lead away and try to swing the momentum. Only down 42 though. So you got 4 races to go, and they need big races, and they need them now. Like it's dire moments right now.
42 is not bad when you consider that used to be 64. So I think they're not too worried. I mean, even 67, I think at one point. So definitely where they're definitely making progress, and they definitely want to continue this progress.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what they kind of need to do. Kind of just chip away the lead that AC already has. But if you're AC, you're kind of just wanting to not going for risky stuff. Kind of just maintaining your spots right now. Mushroom Gorge and Waluigi Stadium comes out. One track that I really love and one track that I really hate. And it does choose the track that I really love. This track gives so like amazing races. The gap. I don't think Nintendo even predicted you can even cut that gap. That gap makes incredible races, and hopefully we see one right now, as Shock is definitely going to be used around the gap to screw over maybe MV or AC's top spots.
Definitely keeps the track interesting. There's never such thing as a surefire front run when that gap is always in place. So Jack is going to be able to hold it down in first for now. Is going to actually get Stubbs off with the back Nana, so is going to find himself a little bit
I believe
of
that the
safety. But
high tier players are now wanting to put the banana right there on that strat. I mean, it's a very good play. I mean, I don't know whoever decided to do that. It was pretty smart. Stubbs back here, kind of just holding a bill, so kind of just seeing who gets shock, because it's definitely going to be a higher chance now that Stubbs has the bill. Currently, MV in first, and they currently hold 1-3. Don't know who is behind them, but Edge quickly kicking out Shura, like, no, this is my first right here. Hopefully maintaining first for AC. Get a lucky snipe.
we're
And
going
it
with a
comes
really
up.
nice snipe for Jack
Oh,
as he's going to... Wow. Big green snipe for Jack, and that's going to put him back in the first.
he just he just went for it, and it connected and it worked out for him. Stubbs currently in a build. Don't think that AC has shock right now. So if that is that Daisy, is the Daisy MV? Yeah, the Daisy is MV, and if Jaggy has shock, it could be pretty deadly for AC.
Definitely. Sure, finding his way back in the first, though, will not be denied from this first. Red coming out for Edge, looking for a connection, is going to find it. So Edge going to be taken out. It's going to move MV into a top 2. Jack finding a single Shroom, too. But Josh coming up is going to opt to burn the Shroom to get ahead of Josh,
Ooh.
though. I think that
I
might
don't,
tell the story. There might be a shot coming here, though.
right, I don't agree with that idea. I mean, you just got to hold the shroom, and if you just go for gap, you just kind of go for it. I mean, AC probably have shrooms behind him.
Is going to, but Backflip going to get him, but is only going to find 5th. And I don't know about burning that Shroom. I think that was a pretty big misplay. And I think unless you have shock and you're shocking, once you get off those mushrooms, there's no reason to be spamming that Shroom.
There's definitely no reason to be doing that shroom. I mean, AC just got top 2-4, kind of just making it a little bit difficult for MV to kind of catch up. But I don't agree with burning that shroom unless it was a misclick. But you could have definitely easily taken the gap lap 3, even if there was a shock. I mean, at least you went for gap, and kind of has to go around where everyone else is taking cut. Just kind of looking at the replay, MV kind of just I think someone failed the cut. I'm looking back at the replay. I think someone failed the gap. So top 2-4 for AC. Um, Hopefully regaining their momentum coming into these last 3 races.
Not even really just regaining the momentum, but really just taking all that work that MV did and just basically spitting on it, saying, no, this ain't going to be how it's planned. So they're going to erase a lot of the work that MV's been working on, and they're going to go up by pretty much. They're going to find that
Yeah.
lead of, you know, what they
Love that
lost. So
analogy. That was a good analogy. Kind of just like, all this hard work, like the college professors. Yeah, I don't like it, and throws it in the trash. But yeah, top 2-4 for them, and 64 Bastard Castle and Peach Gardens. One running track and one luck track. So kind of just see what get chosen here for these last 3 races. Hopefully AC maintains their decent lead at the moment. I believe that they are up 61. So kind
61.
of just
So
yeah.
top 2-4 brings them back into the 60s, even though MV had spent the last 3-4 races getting that down to the 40s. But alas, doesn't really matter as MV is now shorter time than they were before, as now they have to try and make up a 60-point deficit in just 3 races.
That's a pretty difficult task. I mean, you need like top 3s, top 4s here. If it's gonna be another mixer spot on this race, I don't see MV taking the win for match 1.
Even if it's a mixer, they need to make sure they're winning that mixer at that's even a chance, but Stubbs isn't going to let them have any of that as gets the early goal and is going to find his way to first and is going to be gatekeeping a winning race right now from MV just in the meantime. See if they can't really do anything to try and get rid of Stubbs, but only time will tell.
All right, not gonna lie, this is a beautiful track, but is it a beautiful track to be in first here? Jack on the other screen has triple shrooms, so I think this is probably a better item for him. Hopefully to take that cut. I mean, that cut is pretty, gets you in those top spots. Currently AC in top 2. Top 3, sorry. I misspoke there. But Jack does take the shroom cut and trying to catch up to first. while I believe AC are still top two. And I don't know who has shock right now, but MV kind of just need that shock. Hopefully, get a little bit of dodges in the back. I mean, look how spread the pack is.
Yeah, the pack's super spread, and the baggers aren't even near each other either. So it's really hard to tell which one is running away from the other. Looks like one of the baggers right there just getting hit by a chomp right there. So it's gonna tell you that MV probably doesn't have shock.
Right. Didn't
Might
know
be.
this was BC3 on how spread out the pack is, but Stubbs currently maintaining first, hoping that second and third don't have shrooms, but they unfortunately do. But it is his teammate, so maintaining top two. Gonna put it in a Troy spot, they hit a banana spot. Don't know if it's gonna work. Oh, no, it
Oh,
does.
it's gonna work. He's gonna find him. So Troy is hitting the banana spots, still working in 2022. But
Oh, that's hilarious. Top two right now for AC, hoping that no shock happens. I believe that Jack is following suit, trying to break those top two spots. Only in second right now, and I don't think that Jack should pass Stubbs. Shock does come out, but I don't know who that. I don't know who dodges that.
not coming up though. It's gonna be AC. That's Zilla
Ooh,
coming up for top three.
it, it's over. I don't see MV coming back for this match one. I
I
really don't. They've got to
I
pull
don't
something out of it.
I don't think. I think if they want a chance, they need to pull off the all run now, or that's the nail in the coffin, baby. Top three for Ascension.
Right. I think their chances of winning that match one are probably in the bag right now. I mean, Zilla with that nice dodge getting them up to first. It was pretty late too, so no one really expected it for the shock to happen. So good on AC, unless my words bite myself. But yeah, top three for AC. Oh, top three five actually.
Top three,
So
five.
that might be 100. No, 88. Yeah, they need like what, two top fours? Yeah. No, it's not mathematically possible, is it?
Uh,
Yeah,
no.
no, I don't think it is. I think that AC, if there's no penalties, is going to take match one. So I'll definitely give the bits out and the prediction stuff on race 11. But it's kind of looking AC. I mean, Kara, all she got to do is not troll. That's the worst thing that you got to do right now. But AC looking comfortable with 88 leads. So what do you do if you're MB? You just you're trying to talk and see what's going on.
Thinking GG, go next, boys. You really just gotta really look at your own play before your team play and think, what do I need to tighten up? What did I do that I need to improve on going into match two? And then when you figure that out, try and think, oh well, next match I may want to try I be more aggressive getting to the front, or I want to try and get more aggressive schlagging the other team to really put them at the back. But it's really just you gotta really look at yourself individually before looking at yourself as a team. And once you figure out that, then the rest will just all kind of fall into place and see what's going to go from there. But DK Summit getting locked in as we're going into race 11.
I think that someone said forfeit in the rep chat, so I don't think that they're going to be racing. Okay, well,
Oh yeah,
uh,
well,
yeah, well, the predictions, AC 60%, MV 40%. So the outcome will be AC for this first match, and congratulations for the people that predicted. And yeah, I mean, hopefully AC maintains this momentum for the second match. Don't think that forfeiting was probably the best play in terms of, because I don't think you want to play another two matches if you're down 88.
I don't think you want to play two races left if you know there's no possible way for you to come back.
Right. That's what I
So,
meant.
but yeah, no, definitely. I think they're making the right call there, and they're really just going to be thinking about match two, trying to bounce back, and hopefully we can see it because I would definitely like to see a lot closer of a match.
Alpha KC in the chat is 60-40. Yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and start the predictions again for the people that missed it for match two. But we're probably going to take a little bit of a break. AC 349, MV 261. Hoping that something happens. I mean, for MV, I mean, I'm pretty sure on my notes or on the breakdown for GSC, they have strong regular seasons be first seed, but unfortunately choke playoffs like this. I mean, I kind of want to see. I mean, MV are very strong. They're a very strong team, no doubt about it. But we're gonna be moving on to a match 2, and we're gonna take a little bit of a break, probably like 10 minutes. Hopefully, waiting for people to start the room. Maybe like 7 minutes, because the room just started. But yeah, any final thoughts, Zexus, on in terms of what should we think about match 2?
Match 2, I think MV is gonna come out swinging, and I think they're really gonna come to try and send this one to a game 3. At this point, they're not even thinking about match 1. It's in the past. It's over. It's done with. Now they're starting on a brand new slate. It's a new ball game, and I think that's what they're really focused on going into match 2.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the prediction for match 2. I'm actually gonna set it to 20 minutes since the timer is at 7. So you'll have enough time to set a prediction once we come back, and we're gonna take a little bit of a break.
Yeah. So see you guys shortly. Alrighty, welcome back, everyone. Getting ready to jump into match two for Megavolt versus Ascension. But this time, I'm joined by a brand new caster joining the battleground instead of Cynical. I am joined by Yusk.
Yo, what is up, peeps? GSC Division 3. We got Megavolt, we got Ascension lined up for match number 2. I'm very excited. We saw Ascension actually take match 1 by storm, getting a top 4 on Toad's Factory. And I gotta say, props to Ascension for match 1 because going against a team like MV, it's not an easy task. And I give many props to many of the members on Ascension.
Yeah, definitely. They stuck to their game. They were able to hold most of those top spots for the majority of the war in general, and they were able to just really chain those good races. Chaining the top 2-4 to the top 4 right at the start is just a massive double whammy. Really went up by like pretty much 40 right after race 2, and they just kind of continued their tear from there. MV had a little bit fight back, but AC answered back with a top 2-4 on Gorge, and that was pretty much curtains after that. So MV is going to look for the response, though, coming into match 2, and let's see if they can send this to game 3.
Oh yes, best of 3. You guys already know the rules. Each playoff match goes to a best of 3. So best of luck to both teams heading into match number 2. Thoughts and predictions on which team is actually gonna come out with the dub. I feel like Ascension really did set the tone for match 1. So I might actually have to ride with AC on this one, but that's just me.
AC set the tone. Now it's MV's job to respond, and I think I want to take MV. I'm a believer. I love best of 3s, and I like when they go to 3. So I'm gonna put my all my eggs in MV's basket here and see if they can continue this tear. Try and swing it back into their favor.
Yeah, and I do believe that MV is having a sub. I believe Lifeboat is going to be subbing in for one of the MV members, so that'll be very interesting to see. But we do have DDR, Jack, Ari doing the sand hop, pretty swift, not very fast, but fast enough where he can get the speed to get the mini turbo drift right on task with 64 in second place.
Definitely Zelding the back right now. So Josh coming up too, but Jack gonna eat a quick red, so that's gonna send him all the way back. Maybe looking for some type of shrooms for the ultra, but isn't gonna find any there. Jumping right up to Stubbs tier 4th. AC occupying top 2-4 right now with 64, trying to keep up with them right now in 3rd, but Shroom going right to Stubbs, and that's gonna be able to for him to take the cut and move AC in the top 3.
Oh yeah, picking back up where they left off from match 1, we are seeing AC just swiftly running up in the top positions, but Jack taking the Ultra with ease and now runs it up in first for MV. AC will be holding on to most of the mid spots, but I do see an MV member potentially in 3rd place, so it's actually starting to pan out for MV.
MB looking good so far. Jack's just going to really try and hold down the sport right now, trying to keep this frontal presence right now in first. And to right now, he doesn't have to do much else. We're going to jump right to the back, see what Stubbs is doing, but looks like Shock's coming in early. With coming out is going to nail Jack, so that's going to bring him up into the sky. Josh is going to take over first, and MV's not done there, as 64 is making his way up as well.
Oh yes, MV really running it up after that shock. I see a lot of MV members up there. Jack is holding possession of the TC. Not sure if he's going to be able to pass it. He ends up passing it to Stubbs, and then Stubbs passes it back to MV Boat, which is Lifeboat, subbing in for one of the Megavolt members. MV now being in 2nd or 3rd. AC now in the top 2 positions. Looking like Stubbs is going to try to finish it out very clean. He has a really good item in first and triple nanos. The shot comes into play. I'm not sure if this is going to affect any of the results. We're still seeing Stubbs in first and Josh, and it looks like MV is going to snipe first at the very last second, creating AC a 2-3 potential.
MV just right at the last. I think that was Lifeboat that just shroomed up just at the last second there, being able to clutch out first for the boys. So that if all falls suit, I think MV might have actually took that race, and then that's pretty much how they're going to want to start match 2, taking an early lead and going from there. And hats off to MV for starting this on a much different tone from match 1.
Oh yeah, and one thing to note, it was very chaotic. I mean, we saw a lot of position changes. AC actually coming out with a 2-3-4, so that's a pretty good race for AC, all things considered, even if that was an MV shock heading into the last set. But yeah, really we saw a lot of position changes, and I think that's gonna continue on during this match for MV as they're trying to keep the attack going against AC.
Definitely. Much less of a pick me up, more of a sustain kind of try and negate all that pressure coming in from MV. Instead of winning the race, they are able to at least get Lifeboat to secure that first to really nullify that damage. Only going down by 7, which honestly is a lot better than the plus 15 or something they had going into the first match. So definitely already on a much better playing ground, but they're gonna have to answer back quickly if they want to try and control this game the way they want to.
Yeah, being the number one seeded team, everyone's trying to take out what they have already achieved, and both of these teams really looking very close when we look at the GSC points for GSC season 2. I believe AC had 72 and MV had 76, so both of these teams are very solid for each other, and it's really looking like it's going to be a close one for match number 2 for Megavolt, as we are heading into RWS. Jack getting wheelie bumped at the beginning, opts to bag for the set, and gets a really nice item, but tries to slow down Kara at the very first turn.
Is looking to stop start Kara, but don't think he's gonna find her with to no avail. But instead, eyes on Stubbs right now. Trip Greens right now. Now going to Dub Greens, sitting in fourth. Nothing too crazy. MV is sitting in front of him. 2-3 currently. Zilla right now leading the pack in first, and is gonna be able to get a nice pow dodge. Gonna target pow pretty much everybody but Stubbs, and Josh finds his way up there too. So top 2 currently for the side of AC.
Yeah, top 2 for AC. There is a blue in play, and it actually does connect. No, it does. Well, I don't really know. I think it lagged, but I think Josh ended up hitting a fib. Green does connect on somebody. I think it was an MV member, as I do see AC still in top 2 even after the blue. So nice rotation from AC early on in lap 2. We're seeing a lot of position changes. Moving on to our other perspective, we have Jack. He actually did get blown up by the bomb. Most of the MV members are hanging into the bottom spots, so maybe if they can get possession of the shock and try to dodge up, maybe they can actually cause some noise and commotion for AC.
I definitely opts to use it though. The pack is a little bit divided, so dodging right here isn't exactly going to find himself a whole lot of value. So he's going to opt to look for another dodge a little later on in the race. But eyes on Stubbs right now, staying in first place, and Kara sitting behind him as well. So a very nice, at least top 2 break right now, and they're sitting pretty right now. If they add a shock to this, then I think they just have a free top 2 almost right on top of that.
Yeah, I would expect it. Maybe if MV actually gets possession of the shock, we could see a potential target shock attempt on the ramp. But blue shell coming in, it does connect to Stubbs. Doesn't seem like it's gonna do much for MV, as AC does pan out to get a top 3 on RWS Waluigi Stadium, and very solid racing from AC.
Yeah, really just sticking to their guns, front running it up, and Josh finds the third place, and their hats off play also for Stubbs for getting blued on the line, but having enough of a lead to where it didn't really matter. He was only getting passed by his team, so they're still able to close out the top 3. And next thing you know, AC is starting to run away with this, and it's getting a little bit scary for MV. It's suddenly you're getting flashbacks all over again from match 1.
Yeah, and that is something that you don't want to have, having on your mind. You just want to think positive things. You want to have a good result on the standing sheet, so that way the next race you're heading into, you'll just keep performing and keep contributing to the team. Like, everyone has a key objective, which is to win this match. And if I'm Megavolt right now, I just gotta prep my team to try to get a better race, try to vote a reset track that everybody's best fitted for, and maybe they can try to make some noise, because this AC team is very hot right now, and they need to do something to ignite that fire that AC is possessing right now.
Yep, definitely. And also on top of that, I just want to add that Lifeboat actually
Or
did sub out
extinguish.
Kira. but
Sorry.
definitely you want to extinguish that flame. But Mushroom Gorge getting selected here, so definitely probably what MV is looking for here, being able to break up that top 3 with the help of the gap jump and even some very nice target shock spots as well, going through that mushroom gorge, if you will.
Oh yeah, especially getting TS on the gap. That is very painful. I've been TS there many of times in the past when I played competitive, so it's very harsh, and it can lose a lot of time if you cannot use your items correctly. As we are seeing Jack get a TC pass from one of the AC members and is off the track. Very unfortunate for Jack. He's been experiencing those TC passes since the beginning of this match. We are seeing Stubbs hold a golden in 5th. Probably gonna opt to take the gap. Very obvious decision if if I was AC. But yeah, we are seeing one of the Megavolt members in, I believe, 2nd place, with Josh running it up in 1st for AC. And yeah, it's looking pretty solid for AC this race. Megavolt really struggling early on.
Yeah, EC going on to an early 1-3-4 going into the midway part of this race. Josh really not fearing too much. 64 only has a Nana, so isn't going to really be able to say much about it. Nana's time coming up, but isn't going to be able to find any sort of connection, but is going to still chill in 3rd, so he's not too worried about much. 64 still chilling in 2nd as well, and Josh still front running with the pack, and no gap jump from any of the top 4, so spots are going to stay the same. Going for another Nana Snipe, but not going to find anything there. Gets a single shroom in 3rd, though, so no shot comes. He might be able to turn this 1-3-4 into a top 2-4.
Oh, yes, indeed. And I think Jaggy might actually be sneaking his way with a possession of the shock for MV. It's seeming like that way, but I could be wrong. I'm not really seeing a shock here in the cave. We do see 64 take the mushrooms with ease, but he does opt to go for gap, and I think that's gonna actually be enough for him to get 1st, as AC is gonna take 2, 3, 4. It's what it's looking like, and Jack is going to end up getting 6, and most of the MV members really finishing in, I believe, bottom 3. So very harsh break for MV at the start of match number 2.
Definitely very lucky on getting that shroom in 2nd to be able to take the gap to secure that 1st for a little bit of damage control at least, but AC is still going to be able to hold the 4th down for a 2-3-4 and is going to be able to take the winning race on this one.
Yeah. One thing I really do like about AC right now, they are really rotating in and out with their players. I feel as though that each single player on their team is really making a play in some way, shape, or form, and they're just really doing a good job just rotating and keeping hold of most of those top positions, making MV essentially work really hard to win this match.
Definitely. The ongoing support that each of these players are getting from their teammates is almost unmatched right now. It's like if one person goes down, there's 2 more on the way up. So they're doing a really good job with the rotations, like you said. And if they keep this up, then I see no reason why they're not going to take this set 2-0.
Oh yeah, for sure. As we are seeing GCN Mario Circuit being picked by, I think, is that? No. It has to be an MV track selection, right? I would assume, being a very good option for a reset.
Yeah, definitely looks like that's MB looking for the Mario Circuit. So definitely going to want to shake up those spots early. And looks like we are going to get that track selection. So they're going to look for some early shroom ups to try and really get a winning race to try and narrow this gap.
Yeah, when I think of game changers, I really do have this track in mind. Like I mentioned before in previous casts, this track really does bring the intensity for a reset. I mean, it is a very solid reset track for this format, so I wouldn't be surprised if MV could actually squeeze out a top 3 or try to get back into this match. It would be very interesting to see, as we are seeing both MV members running up in 1 and 3. We were seeing Josh hold his own in 2nd, with Stubbs trailing behind in 4th place. But yeah, it would be very nice to see if MV could actually answer back with a top 3 or a 4, potentially.
Definitely. Also, Stubbs holding these 2 shrooms as well, so he's going to be able to take the cut as well, get up to those top spots to maybe even try and get in front of 64. Black Green coming out, though, is going to take out Josh, though. Stubbs on the way up, takes a shroom, but is going to be able to find his way into second, is going to negate that red shell, throw one of his own, trying to nag 64, and is going to find the connection, which is going to move Stubbs in the first.
Yeah, AC really keeping the aggressive tone on MV, really showing that they really want to win this. And yeah, I just think Stubbs really being the player that he's shown on the sheets as a result. You know, he did win, I believe, MVP for the division, and he really is, you know, leading his team to greatness. As we are seeing Jack dodge up, and he has a shroom. He does opt to take the cut, but actually runs into a ground red, which actually puts Stubbs back in the lead for AC. I'm not sure if the MV members are about to run it back up behind him, but we are seeing Stubbs lead the way, still in first place. He's got to take this last turn very clean so he can maintain it. Nanosnipe comes in from Jack, misses, and Stubbs is going to maintain first with MV getting 2-3, with AC getting 1-4 and 5. So very interesting. I'm not sure who had possession of that shock, but actually it worked pretty well for AC.
Definitely looked like that was an MV shot coming up. Jack looked like he chained maybe a Mega into Shrooms, shroomed his way up. Unfortunately, didn't play suit to the red waiting for him at the end of that cut, running into it, and Stubbs being able to just completely profit off it at that point. So unfortunate for Jack, but Stubbs finding the win he needs to at least give AC a winning race. Not by much, but enough to really keep them in the lead by a
Uh,
significant margin.
and my apologies, Lifeboat actually took over in 5th place. So very solid. At least he was able to salvage some points for MV in that race. But we are heading into race number 5 with a score of 140 to 104. And Zex, your thoughts so far on that first GP?
Uh, Pretty much the same thing we saw game one. You know, ACU is just sticking to their guns. They're playing their game, and it's working out for them. They're being able to support each other. They're all running well together. It honestly feels like they're playing together better, if that makes sense. Just everything seems to be clicking for them, and it's just working out. So if they, you know, like I said before, if they just keep doing what they're doing, I don't think they're gonna have any problems being able to take this one.
Yeah, I would really have to agree. It's a very strong statement. I just think that we are going to see one very chaotic result, and it's going to be from either MV or AC, because who other team would it be besides both these teams that we're seeing right now? But I really do expect another top 4 to actually be coming in this match. I don't know why, but I just have that feeling. There's just been a lot of rotation going on in most of these races that we've seen so far. So a top 4, I feel as though it can be very likely for one of these teams if they actually play their cards right. As we are heading into RBC, N64 Bowser's Castle, we are seeing Stubbs actually get bumped into the off-road, loses possession of first place, and now we're seeing MV taking top 2 early on.
Up to early on. Not only that, but Jack also sitting in first with a single shroom. But Lifeboat gonna try and draft up. It looks like he absolutely got decked by the thwomp by the looks of it. And also looking like Josh got TC'd behind Jack. Jack hits the thwomp, so forced to burn his shroom in first, unfortunately. So not gonna have any protection for any incoming blues.
Yeah, which is something that you actually really need, especially on a track like RBC or Bowser's Castle, N64 version. It's really just a long track, and when you're trying to run it up, you just gotta have possession of that shroom so you can dodge the blue and just maintain that position for your team at all costs. And PAL is gonna come into play. It does not mess up Jack, and I believe it actually targeted some of the AC members. So very nice PAL if it was MV's PAL.
Definitely. We're gonna fast forward quickly to Stubbs right now, sitting in second, holding the star at the moment. Is
Ooh.
is looking pretty darn good right now. Red coming, but is gonna find him. Is gonna be able to activate the star, or is gonna hold it, knowing his team has shock. So might be able to dodge up early. Pack being really close together. So is gonna have to go into it though, as bomb is getting dropped, going into a mega from Zilla. Also Stubbs in a star. So 2 dodges coming out from the side of AC. Red coming out looking for Jack as well. Is gonna break it, but it's not gonna matter. Stubbs is gonna find his way back in the first, and Zilla right behind. So top 2 at the moment for Ascension.
Yeah, very smart decision by Stubbs, opting to hold that star even though he got Reddit. The bomb really triggered him to actually use it in a way where AC was just ready for it, and we are seeing it right now as AC is holding their own in top 2. We are seeing one of the Megavolt members really trying to take out Zilla back there, but it's not really looking like he's going to be able to do much. But yeah, very well coordinated for that shock to actually take in play. And we could actually see another shock later on in the race. And I think I did see Jack end up cruising his way back into second place. So we are seeing Stubbs and Jack in top positions. Now it's the fact of the matter if MV could actually get most of those mid spots back, or is AC going to actually get a really dominating winning race at this moment.
Definitely. Stubbs right now staying in first, having a little bit of break on 2-3, but MV's sitting and trailing him not too far behind. There is a last second shock. This could really shake it up, but we're going to see if Stubbs is going to be able to hold on. Looks like he's not going to have too many problems, as he does trip on a banana, but still going to be too much of a break for MV to catch him. Stubbs is going to be able to hold on for this first place. MP not too far behind, looking like they got 2-3, but I think AC managed to hold on to fourth as well, so looking like this might be AC's race to win.
Yeah, yeah, and that's just something they've been doing since the very beginning of this matchup. I mean, AC's really just been taking over. They've been taking advantage of most of their opportunities. Their baggers playing well. They're getting the shocks that they need. They're getting the Dodgers up there, and they're just maintaining the top spots. And if I'm Megavolt right now, you just gotta, pump your team with confidence and just let them know that you can still do this, even with a score of 172 to 133. It's still anybody's game.
Anybody's game, that is true, but AC sitting for a 145 on that race, so going to give them a little bit of an extra point difference there. Going to go up to plus 39 right now, 5 races deep. So going into the midway point of this war, and AC sitting pretty, looking like they're not too worried about taking the set 2-0 for their division title.
Oh yeah, AC is just cruising, man. They are just cruising. They don't have a care in the world. Most of their teammates right now are just feeling the love from every single teammate on the team. They're just feeling the energy, feeling the groove, and their goal right now is to just close this out so they can just take home that banner and say that they just won the finals for D3. I just think that AC has a really, really solid mindset going up against this MV team, and it really does reflect on the scoreboard.
Definitely, and you can almost tell just by the way they're playing that they're all confident with each other. They all have the trust there, and you can just kind of see it by the way they're playing. And the chemistry's there, and if there's not really much else to really say about it, they're
Yeah,
just playing really well.
playing some solid Mario Kart.
That's just
uh,
it.
Wario's Gold Mine being the next pick in the next course selection, or track selection, my apologies, as we are seeing Zilla running up in first with Stubbs right behind him. 64 actually getting the side red to connect, but ends up getting messed up by some triple reds. I'm not sure if it was his teammate, but Stubbs getting past the TC, and that is very unfortunate if you're AC early on.
Definitely, Stubbs gonna get knocked out early, but not gonna have to worry about too much as AC on the front end is still chilling top 2. So Stubbs has plenty of time to be able to make up the ground he's lost and not have to worry about the rest of his team not being up there. So Jack right now trying to contest this top 2. 64 comes at the backside to give him support. Blue coming out for Zilla though. So that's going to bring him a little bit closer to Jack. And Jack's going to try and look for a combo with this green. Is going to find it, but Pow's going to make him go super wide. And unfortunately going to lose some time on Kara on that.
Yeah, he's gonna lose some time on Kara, but does end up getting the drift that he needed to maintain his speed back to where he wants it to be. Most of the MV members really holding their own in the mid spots. We are seeing a back green from Kara, does not connect with anybody, it seems, as two MV members are holding their own in 2 and 3. I believe that is Jaggy all the way out in last. So maybe MV could actually get possession of the shock and probably turn this around.
Quite possibly. And MV right now is still holding 2-3. So they do manage to get that shock and go for a TS. They can really do some damage with that and maybe even secure a top 2. 64, not too far behind either. So this could shape out to be a decent race if they have the right items in their disposal.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We are seeing Kara back. Another green on the straight does not connect. Jack doing a really good job avoiding it as Kara is still really gonna take over in first, and the shock does come in. I'm not seeing a lot of people dodging from it, but we are seeing the reds come in. Yax is going to take back in second place as Jack is still gonna maintain in third, and I believe that's gonna be a 1-4 finish for AC heading into the next race.
Definitely, at least 1-4. Looking like they also finished a little bit in the back as well. So could shape to be like a 1-4, maybe bottom two type beat, which it looks like that might be the case, as it looks like Ace MB is oh no, Stubbs might just find 6. So yeah, not too shabby at all. So
Yeah. Stubbs finishing out in sixth. That creates a 1-4-6-7 for AC, and I think that is enough for it to be another winning race for AC. As we are seeing a score of 202 to 164, and if not, it might just be barely enough for MV to win it by 1 point. But I do believe that is another winning race for AC.
looking at our bot scores, it looks like it's actually MB taking that one by +1. So
All
going to be
right,
going down 38 at the moment. As
fair enough.
Coconut Mall, Peach Gardens are both being locked in by both teams, looking for a full reset still from MB. If they can try and find a big race on one of these reset tracks to really try and just narrow this gap here.
Yeah, MV just really needs to capitalize on one of these reset tracks. I mean, anything goes, especially if you're Jaggy right now. Gonna have to try to maintain to be in last, and just hoping and praying to the MKWii gods that you can pull that shock to help your team get the spots that they need. And Peach Gardens really being a solid track for it as it does get selected, so we could see MV really play this very strategically to help them out, catch up to AC.
Definitely. And this is what they're looking for here. They got the track pick. Now they just need to get the spots, and they can get the spots here. You know, top 4 really is pretty much going to pull this within almost single-digit points at that. But we'll see how it goes here. Jack right now getting a bomb from first. Back green coming out is going to take out Josh by the looks of it. So still looking for a type bomber to opts to bop it back on Josh. Looks like it is going to find Josh as well. So that's going to bring Josh all the way back in far deep 8th as Jack is going to shroom away into the distance.
Yeah, it's not really a big devastating factor. Yes, you are far back on last, but you have to think to yourself, this is a reset for a reason, and if I can just pull shrooms and just make sure I use my items correctly, I can get myself right back into this race, as Kara is really trying to pass that TC to Jack, and Jack actually ends up comboing Kara, creating a huge disruption for AC. Kara is going to be in last for quite a while after that red TC combination. We are seeing the back bomb trying to get Stubbs out, but ends up missing. And we are seeing Jack and Stubbs really having a hard time on this reset.
Definitely. And Jack right now sitting in 6th, completely itemless, might be looking for shrooms here, maybe even a dodge. Isn't going to find either, is just going to find a blooper. So he's going to just have to burn this next set. Hopefully he gets something a little bit better.
Yeah, I would hope, but he ends up pulling another bomb and actually connects with Stubbs with that one. Kara actually coming up behind Jack after rotating out for Stubbs, and I'm seeing not a lot of MV members in the back, so maybe they are holding on to most of the top spots. We are seeing a shot come in, and Kara is able to dodge, tries to get Jack in the star, misses, and I'm really not sure what the standings are up in the front, but I would assume that MV is holding on to most of the top and mid spots.
Looking like it, but we see Yax a little bit at towards the back, but surrounded by AC, so that's gotta give you the idea that MV is looking at a really strong race right here.
We are seeing a blue shell in the air. Not sure if it's going to connect in time to cause any issues. And it does not look like the blue shell really caused anything at all. We are seeing Jack getting last. So for MV, I think they finished out in 6 and 8. And we just got to see the standings to see what else that they mustered up with. You know, that was a pretty solid race overall for MV, most of it. So I'm really expecting big things for MV.
Definitely hoping they could at least grind maybe a 1-3 or a top two even, but 6-8 right now isn't looking too good for the side of MV. So hopefully they found something a little better. Unfortunately, uh, unfortunately 2-4-5, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Unfortunately, not the race they're looking for though.
Yeah, really not the race that they were looking for. I mean, I really couldn't tell um, where most of the MV members were because of what was going on to our perspectives during that race. But yeah, really not the race that they were looking for, as AC was able to take over and finish out in 1-3. So very solid from AC.
Yeah, really solid race, and looks like AC is actually going to win that race just by look like 3 points right there. So yeah, they're going up 41 going into race 8 here. Gone almost into this last GP, but then seeing a little bit of DK7 action going against Sherbetland, and the Seoul Coconut Mall will try and make the difference here. But
Yeah, I mean, Coconut Mall, not really. Um, it's not really too much of a bad selection. I mean, most of the AC members are really up there, so it does make sense why they would individually pick that track if they are really good at it, of course. But we are seeing N64 Sherbetland being selected for MV's favor, so let's see if they can actually put together a really strong winning race.
that's what they're hoping for. Jack not going to find much of a startup, so is going to have to do the standstill mini turbo. Is looking for maybe some early shrooms, maybe even a bill at that, but is going to get the 7th place box into an early gold and see if he opts to use it right there. He's going to go for the shroom and going to try to evade Stubbs in his triple reds, and he's going to find himself all the way in third, but don't think he's quite done there. Going to look to break into this top two. Finds himself the second, but getting redded right immediately by Kara, and that's going to take Jack all the way out and all the way back into these bottom spots, unfortunately.
Wow, and ends up actually getting comboed by the next red. We are seeing a bomb being backed, and two of the MV members are really struggling holding into the bottom two positions, as AC really still running up in the top two, I would imagine. So if we look over Stubbs' POV, we do see him hold some triple reds, but he actually ended up losing 2 of them. We are seeing Yax really just try to hold his own in third. Not sure if he's going to be able to conquer for that, and he does fail to cut, so AC now takes over in top 3. We are seeing Jack shroom up in action. Stubbs really having the advantage with the shells around him, but Jack is doing a really good job trying to avoid him, so really solid play from Jack, but it's not really going to do much if AC is going to slow him down that much.
Yeah, definitely. AC controlling, looking like top 3 right now. Fortunately, Yax taking an ice bath isn't really going to help MV at all, but it is what it is, as top 3 still being secured, as Stubbs is going to try and play gatekeeper, trying to keep this top 2 safe, as he just gets to try and chill in third.
Oh yeah, and ends up pulling a shroom there that is pretty huge, taking the cut very smooth and swift. We are seeing Zilla and Car just really just keeping hold of those top positions. If I'm AC right now, I'm guessing they probably have possession of the shock, because MV is really trying to look to maintain, get their guys up there for any mid spots at this point, as Yax actually ends up getting green shell sniped by Stubbs. We are seeing the shock come into play, and one of the AC members actually falls off, so they'll be respawning in. We are seeing Lifeboat in a Mega. Almost got Stubbs with it, but it's looking like another solid race for AC. Closing
Yeah,
out.
AC looking like they're taking at least 1-3-4 right there. Was able to Lifeboat was able to dodge up in that Mega, but isn't gonna be, or not even dodge up. I think he got shocked in the boxes and then pulled the Mega, but isn't gonna be able to find anything other than second. Tried to schlag Kara on the line right there, but didn't find Kara at all. Kara with perfect patience is able to just avoid out Lifeboat to be able to secure her third place. And with that, AC is going to be taking another strong race into the last GP basically of match 2.
Yeah, yeah. Um, continuing on, I mean, honestly, we've seen it in match one. AC really just dominating early on and not looking back. They have not looked back throughout most of this whole entire series, and it's really just coming into their favor right now. I mean, most of them are really just doing a very good job. Whoever is in first, they just maintain it, and they're not really getting messed up by any other items, no ground items. We haven't really seen AC really make many mistakes. I mean, we did see one of them fall off on Sherbertland just now, a little bit ago, but for the most part, AC is just really racing well, avoiding most of the items that are just on the ground, creating havoc for MV, and it's just, I just think AC is just playing this really clean.
Definitely, and there's no doubt about that. Everything they're doing is just it's just textbook, and they're playing it really well, and it's really hard to fault that. But we're seeing a disconnection come in. So going into race 9 here, we're gonna see if there's anything with that. Looked like there was actually a DC, so yeah, there is going to be a full room reset for these last 4 races.
And maybe this was a tactical reset. I'm not sure which member actually DC'd, but maybe this reset will actually come into play as like sort of a timeout, try to get their players regrouped, refocused, and maybe try to make some noise heading into this last GP, because they do still have 4 more races left, and the score is pretty close, all things considered. Even though AC has been playing it very well, I mean, there is still a possibility for MV to make that comeback. I mean, 4 races left. It's not really impossible, but yeah, I think if I'm MV right now, I would take this as a fresh breath of air, so to speak, and really try to come up with something to help them get back into this.
Definitely not looking over, but is looking bleak for MV. Being down 50 with only 4 to go is definitely something hard to do, and definitely not impossible though. So I would like to see a comeback here, but they're gonna really need to get these really big races if they want to have something to say about it.
Yes, that would be the key to success. You need to have those big races a brewing, so that way you can just chain it into another one. And if that one's good, then you just chain it into another big race. And then, boom, now you have yourself a really close matchup. And now I'm thinking to myself, all right, maybe I can actually make some plays, and maybe we can actually, get the ball rolling and take this into match number 3. But AC really just looking forward to taking most of the MV members out. They've been using their items very well. They've been taking every single advantage point that they have, and I think AC is really just controlling their destiny as they are awaiting for the members to join the room, of course.
Yeah, this is definitely it. Where if they want to get the ball rolling, they need to go now. Basically, they pretty much have to win every single race of these next 4 races if they really want to have anything to say about it. Unless they're going to be dropping a race by basically nothing and then top 4 in the next couple. But it's not very likely. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
With especially with the way AC is playing. AC is playing super well to where it's gonna be hard for MB to really just be able to try and back to back top 4 of these guys. So
Yeah, one key player that I would like to point out, I really think this player has been really making a huge difference for their AC roster. Zilla, really showing that he is capable of just holding on into first place. I seen him during match number 1, and most of the time he was just holding his own up in first place, and I do believe he really main CTs over RT, so really nice job of him just maintaining first for AC, really giving AC like that you know, that winning spirit. You know what I mean?
definitely Zill's been able to be up there consistently, even when he needs to be not in the front, be playing that mid pack really well. He's just been he's been making a conscious appearance pretty much everywhere, and no matter where he is on this map, he's still trying to find ways to make plays and going 96 in the first match. That was the MVP of that match, and he's doing really well this match as well with 64. So yeah, no, he's having himself a great set. So
Yeah, and we do want to remind you guys that we do appreciate you all for coming out to watch this Division 3 matchup. This is the finals between both of these teams. So shout out to you guys for being the real MVPs of the stream, besides Zilla, of course, in match 1. But yeah, I just really I really have high hopes for the next 4 races, and maybe MV can really just make some noise and really just turn this whole cast around, going from AC's favor to MV in like a span of, 4 races. But that's just something that we here at the Mario Kart Boards channel would love to see, and we are greatly appreciative that you guys enjoy most of our casts this season. So shout out to you guys. Thank you.
definitely, and without you, I mean, this could not be possible because they don't pay us.
Yes, we need all the motivation that we can gather. And you guys do a great job in supporting us. So shout out to you guys for being there with us.
Definitely, and with looking like there's 8 people coming in now, so just waiting on the baggers to round up this room, and then we can dive deep into the last GP of this match and see if MV is going to be able to stay alive or if it all ends here and they're going to have to try again next season.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's just the harsh truth. I mean, you've worked this hard to get here. It's really hard to see if you do not end up taking one of these matches, but yeah, just gonna have to try to come up with a plan, try to get some team members that you probably didn't expect to be a part of your team, and just try to come up with a new formula so that you can actually come back better the next season. So yeah, it's gonna be a process, but I'm sure MV is a really solid and dedicated team to be with, so they'll make sure that they get the job done if they can't do it during this matchup. But I'm really expecting MV to really try to make some noise. I mean, this reset has been going on for quite a while now. I'm sure that MV really took the time to like sit down and like talk to their players inside their call. So yeah, I just think if they can just keep on the aggressive and try to take out most of those AC members, just get them out at first. I mean, they've really just been running it up and really just have not shown signs of slowing down, really just not making any mistakes. Most of their driving has just been very smooth from AC's part of things, and MV is just really going to have to focus on that if they're going to try to win it out during this match.
Definitely. If it's one thing that we've seen from AC, it's very limited mistakes. Like we haven't really seen a whole lot of mess ups on the side of AC. Like I think I maybe saw Stubbs hit a wall once in first on RBC, but like besides that, there hasn't been a whole lot of failing. They've played a pretty clean game through and through. And, I think a lot of it is more on the side of the misplays or on the side of MV. Seeing we saw Jack burn a shroom on Mushroom Gorge in like second place when he could just held that, was able to just get first. But
Oh yeah. That was during match 1, right? When
yeah, I believe,
Jack
yeah.
used the shroom through the yeah. I do remember seeing that, and yeah, just plays like that really just not really working well for them in their favor. Really just making minuscule mistakes, not really major mistakes, but just a big enough mistake where it causes an issue for the team, and that's just something that you just do not want to see if you're on that side of things. You know what I mean?
Definitely, a lot of it can be make or break in these situations, and we're gonna see right here. Room started. Toad's Factory is gonna get selected here, so we're gonna see if AC can close this one out or if MV can pull off one of the biggest comebacks we've seen.
Yeah, and it would be definitely one of the biggest comebacks that I've ever even witnessed. So, yeah, let's see if they can do it. We got Toad's Factory, we got the racers all lined up, and we're taking off. Toad's Factory.
Taking off right here. Jack right now starting up already in 5th place. Not going to get a first set box, but is going to find a draft. Not going to find too many advances on it, but is going to stay in 5th. The box getting hit right here, looking for getting some triple reds. Light boat in front of him also. Not going to be able to throw him forward, but is going to opt to slow down. Maybe try and slow down Kara. Fast forward up to Stubbs though. Stubbs sitting in first right now, going for a back spam tight. Isn't going to hit 64, but is going to go ahead and make this like cut, not too worried about it, and is going to stay in first on that.
Yeah,
And
AC really just looking like they really just picked back up where they left off after the reset. I mean, once again, Stubbs really just driving this pretty smooth, not really missing any tricks, mini turbos, getting the nice landings, and yeah, AC just really picking back up where they left off, not really seeing much of a difference. But yeah, AC holding their own in top two. We're seeing Zilla right behind him in second place, as I did mention before, being the key player to look at throughout most of this match. And we are seeing a blue shell come in, and it is going to connect the Stubbs, and I think it actually got Zilla in the mix, so now we're seeing Yax roll up on them and now takes over in first, as we're seeing Megavolt in 1 and 3. Most of the AC members are still in the mid spots, however, as we are seeing Megavolt now take over in top two.
definitely a massive blue shell taking out 2 of AC, and that's going to completely shift MV in the top 2. And that's the kind of thing that MV's looking for. They're looking for these kinds of plays that really can just shake them up. Looking for Nana Snipe here on Lifeboat. Isn't going to find anything. Going to try one more time. It's going to connect that time, but isn't going to be able to capitalize on it as he hits a banana of his own. Staying still in third. Bill coming up as well. And Shock gonna come in as Josh is dodging up with that Bill. Might be able to actually sneak his way in the first, and looks like he's not the only one dodging up as Zilla's on the way too. So Blue also coming on the line. Not too sure if it's gonna find anyone. Doesn't look like it, but looks like AC having looked like 2 to 3 dodgers right there is gonna completely find their way up in that top. And it looked like Josh might have actually secured first off that Bill dodge.
Yeah, really nice dodge from AC, getting hold of the shock, using it to most of their you know, getting most of their players into the last set, to say the least, because I do believe I saw the build just about to run out as the shock was being used in play, and I do believe most of the AC members were able to get into set and just take over, as we're seeing on the standings of 1, 3, and 5 for AC. So that is another winning race from AC, just capitalizing throughout most of this matchup.
Yeah, definitely a 1-3-5 or 5-6, I think. So a very beautiful race coming up for AC. You know, MV found the break they needed, getting that blue shell, hitting 2 of AC. Unfortunately, AC is able to capitalize on that shock and is really just be able to make up the difference from what they lost with that blue shell. So hats off to AC for mitigating that damage and finding a way to turn that into a win.
Yeah, really solid damage control overall. I mean, we did see both the AC and MV members really just battling it out. We saw most of MV in top two at the very last moment in lap 3, and both Nanas did connect, but it was AC that dominated because they were able to get hold of that shock. So shock really being a huge factor for AC's success during that race.
Definitely. Maple Tree Way getting selected here, so definitely going to be great spots for AC going into this holding 1-3. So definitely where they're going to want to be looking for that third place to hop in that cut for a decent item.
Oh
Subs are
yes,
down.
for sure.
Starting off in 6, going to look for some probably early shrooms right here, but to no avail. Will not find any box whatsoever, so is going to hope that he can get a box coming after this Jack strat right here, but that's going to be the end of that as no box again for Stubbs.
Yeah, no box for Stubbs early on, and that can actually cause a little bit of an issue because most of the time, if I don't get a box within the first 2 sets, the chances of pulling a TC are kind of high, but not too high, depending on what spot you're in. I mean, that's just me in general. But Stubbs actually pulling a shroom, so you might actually take the cut coming up. We are seeing a blue shell coming to play. It actually does connect and it hits Lifeboat, so now AC is actually going to be 2, 3, and 4, as Stubbs is going to use his shroom to take the cut, and they're heading into the cannon. Start lap 2 right now.
Definitely. Stubbs pulls a mega too, so sitting real pretty in 4th if he can hold on to this for a hot minute. See maybe his bagger can pull a shock here, but Pow coming in early is going to be forced to use his Mega, and probably not going to use it even if they did have it, but is going to get himself all the way into third place. 2-3 right now for AC, but 64 is leading the pack, so they are going to try and see if they can't take 64 out of it, but Stubbs getting a draft off of Josh, so that's going to get him a little bit closer, but itemless right now, so we'll have to respect 64 a little bit, give him a little bit of space on top of that, but is going to try and look to take over him here. Nance time coming out, but not going to find him. Green attempt to, not going to find him there as well, so.
Yeah, and if I'm MV right now, just stay on the aggressive. We're seeing 64 doing a really nice job just maintaining first, but we are seeing Kara actually messes up 64 and actually causes him to hit that Nana that was on the ground caused by the leaf piles, and now AC is going to take over in the top two, and really looking bad for MV.
Definitely a tough break for 64 with that Nana coming out just right in front of him. Not really much room to wiggle around there to get around it, so with that, AC is going to see the profit move in to top two at the moment, but Lifeboat's coming up, looking like a backspam from Stubbs, and is going to find Lifeboat by the looks of it, and that's going to secure Stubbs' first right here.
Yeah, really aggressive play by Stubbs, really paying off, and that really just, it's really just unfortunate for MV. I mean, they had most of the time, and they had most of their, runners up there for the most part during that race, but just wasn't enough as AC was just able to capitalize and just take advantage of them once again during that race. So, yeah, AC really just put on a show for us right now.
AC finding that top two towards the end of the race as well. So AC is going to be taking this one, no problem once again. And at this point, that just might be the dagger right there. That might just be the top 2-4 on top of that. So this looks like it's going to be going right to AC, and MV is not going to have too much to say about it.
Yeah, yeah, MV really in a downward spiral right now. Really just not getting anything that they need to actually compete against this AC team. I mean, AC's just really just been keeping a keen eye on them throughout most of this match, and they've really just took advantage of them throughout both of the matches early on in match one and now in match number two. Just really just taking full-blown advantage of the mistakes that MV is making throughout most of this war.
Definitely, and I really think it's just the pure running prowess of AC is just too much for MB to handle. As they ran away with it game one, and they're doing the exact same thing here in game two. And MV just doesn't really have any answers to it. It just seems that there's always so many of them at the front, and there's not much MV can do about it.
Yeah, you did mention before that Fernandez actually ended up getting subbed out for MV, so that might have actually took a huge toll for MV at the start of this match number two. But yeah, it's just really we're just not seeing the spark that we're used to seeing from this MV team, and AC just really doing a good job as a team overall, and just keeping them very quiet in this matchup, as we are seeing GV2 being selected. Top two starting for AC. I think if I'm MV right now, this is probably an all-run attempt, as the score reflects of 342 to 268. But I could be wrong.
No, I think you're right there. This is an all-run Hail Mary type thing, trying to really get a big race here to try and secure this. But Josh is gonna hit the wall in the last turn of that lap 3, so he's gonna get knocked out. But Zill's gonna come up. Yax is gonna Shurimo take over first. So 1-3 right now on the side of MV. Green Shell coming up, but is gonna drop the Nana on Jack. Jack's gonna get redded right off that, so he's gonna go all the way from third all the way back to sixth.
Yeah, and a really strong combo play right there. Really causing a lot of disruption. We are seeing Yax getting blued, and now Stubbs is gonna get billed. So I'm not really sure what's going on up top of there, but yeah, we are seeing one of the MV members dodge up in a star. That is Lifeboat, and I'm seeing a lot of MV members in the back.
Here we go. This could be a big golden though for Jack, because he's gonna spam blue getting launched as well. The axe is coming up as well, so if there's a little bit going on this line, this might be big. You're gonna get blued on the line, and Yax and Jack are gonna whoever got blued right there. So if that was AC, MB is gonna find a little bit of profit, but it doesn't look like MB is gonna be able to take this race. It's looking like AC is gonna take that one, but it looks like it was at least a 1-3 on the side of AC.
And if I'm MV right now, I could see the frustration. I mean, like I said before, AC just really doing a good job just maintaining most of those top spots, even though that there was just a lot of chaos going on during that race. And score reflecting of 377 to 297. We are heading into race number 12. And I'm not sure if it's actually possible for Megavolt to come back into this, so we could be seeing AC just win the div overall as a whole.
Unless they top 5 and AC troll 3 times, I don't think this one's going to be going on the side of MB. I think AC's got this one locked up. So I think on that, we're gonna really see what they're gonna be going here. We're seeing a whole mix of tracks going on this last one. So Peach Beach, Movement Meadows, Coconut Mall, BC3, DK Summit. The sky's the limit, baby. As
Oh yeah, bring on all the tracks. Let me play them all.
that's it. And you may as well just throw in all 216 CTs in there too.
Oh yeah, for sure,
It's,
for sure,
it's,
for sure.
it's perfect. It's perfect.
I'm sure Zilla would love that. All right, but all jokes aside, we got Coconut Mall selected as our last track. Zex, it has been an honor casting with you once again, and shout out to both teams for making it this far.
As always. And what an interesting finals that both teams have put on. AC really putting on display just the complete power that they have, being able to stay up on that front, and doing it in the finals too. I think it really shows a lot, and I think MV is gonna have something to really review here going into this exiting these finals.
Oh yeah, and if I'm AC right now, the motivation is just through the roof right now. I'd be ecstatic right now. I'd be thanking every single one of my team members, and just an overall successful season for AC. I mean, like I said before previously in the cast, both these teams really keeping it close in the GSC point totals. So overall, this was a very even match on paper, but AC just really doing a good job. Probably just looked over their film, saw most things that they could do better, and just capitalizing against this MV team.
Definitely. And even the bagger showing that Sprixie's got it sitting in second place, but is going to eat a fib. So Sprixie's going to go back, but I have faith that that will not be the last time we see Sprixie. So it's going to be grind
Yeah,
up.
I mean, CM is one of those tracks you can make a comeback, especially with that cut at the very beginning on the top route. But we are seeing 2 MV members in top 2. Probably one of them is going to get redded. And yes, the red does connect by Stubbs. And now Stubbs takes over in second place. MV really trying to get Stubbs out of second, trying to get at least a winning race to go. And 64 really just trailing behind him, as Stubbs really just taking advantage and holding that green around him. But we are seeing a shot come into play. Kara is able to dodge up, and now AC takes over in 2 and 3. Not sure what other members are behind him. 64 ends up pulling a TC in 4th, and Stubbs opts to slow down, so he does not get possession of the TC, and he does slip on a banana peel, so that is going to lose a little bit of time. Stubbs pulls a star at the very last set. We could see a late shot coming. It doesn't look like it. And AC is going to finish out 3-4 from what I've seen. And Jack is going to finish out in 6, back greening Sprixie on the line.
Honestly, kind of rude. Like the bagger gets to run 2 races of the war, and you want to back spam the bagger on the line. Kind of rude. But it is what it is. Sprixie will deal with it. Bottom 2 for the side of MB. And Kara's going to finish it out. The first place. So that's gonna be a curtain call for this one, and AC gonna have no problem taking down MB in 2. A very clean 2-0 victory for the side of Ascension, and good games to both teams. What a performance.
Absolutely, Zex. And I just want to say to both teams, I mean, don't see this as a failure. I mean, both these teams were just good enough to make it this far in this season's Grand Star Cup. So to both teams heading out with this match, I mean, shout out to AC for actually putting on a show for us here at the Mario Kart Boards channel, and shout out to MV for just making it far and just being a very supporting team, overall during this GSC match. I mean, they did finish out first overall, so that is something to actually really be proud of. And if I'm MV, the sky's the limit. So hopefully they can try to get back on the right foot and just try to make it back to the finals again for the next season.
Definitely. And honestly, just thank you all for watching. Thank you all for making this possible. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much else to say about that. It was a good set all in all, and I think we're pretty much done with that, eh?
Yeah, I would say so. AC wins with a score of 412 to 320. And that's going to conclude it from us here at the Mario Kart Boards channel. You've been watching GSC Division 3 on twitch.tv. So this has been